Hey everyone, welcome back to my workbench. Getting to be the home stretch here on this game com. So last night I was doing the splitting off all these widow wires here. I don't want to wire anything up unnecessarily, so let's figure out what goes where. So first wire is goes nowhere. So this wire here doesn't go anywhere. Next one up is the important, that's the common. Tonight on the old record player is Miles Davis. And his somehow torturing my there it is. Where's his cover? There it is. Alright. Well, let's hope that doesn't freeze up again. But I probably just jinxed myself. Alright, so next up we got, this is the ground wire. IDC cable. So this one actually has to go distance because this actually sits like so. This got to run along here, so you need about yay much. Oh, there we go. That should work. Only need 5 wires. 1, 2, 3. Well, it's for fun. Let's make ground green. Go through and strip all these on here. Oh, spent an entire day organizing a lab at work. Whew. Want to do something to relax. Probably why my workbench is so messy right now, because I'm so sick of cleaning right now. Let's strip all these since I'm here. This is 28. Doesn't need to be stripped back very far. Get a little bit of shrink tubing. Yeah, so I did end up putting up that really long super cut of these GameCom videos. The reason I call this a GameCom 3.0 is I had done this once before, but it used a composite screen, not from like a backup camera for a car. I did not do the whole HDMI screen. I've tried it Also with the SPI bus screens, but those are too slow. SPI, SPI bus. But yeah, those don't update fast enough for NVIDIA games. So I gave up on that one. And decided to go with HDMI route. I probably should not be soldering in the middle of this thing. Okay. You go over there. Alright, what's the next one? Up is the next one. Oh, that's handy. I'll never figure out on this board. It looks like there's a full rectifier circuit on here. I don't know why. It goes this way, that way, this way, that way, this way. So that's usually a full bridge rectifier, which is weird. You usually need that when you're rectifying AC to DC. Never quite got that one. I don't know why they did it. Let's make up brown. So up. Look at this little microscope all the way. It's kind of annoying. Don't really need it right now. Just cluttering up the joint. See if this freaks out the computer. Oh, and it does, of course. Oh, Windows. Windows. Never had this problem with Linux. One of these days I need to redo this machine. This is a Linux machine. Whatever. Okay. I think I gotta swap cameras one of these days too. This thing keeps losing focus on the colors. The white balance is weird. Why is it doing that? Let's see. Configure video. White balance. Turn that off. Let's go manual. Do live. Right about there. 600. 3,400. I know I do about 3,700. There we go. A little on the pink side. Turner 2. A little cooler. It's a little too warm. That's better. Alright, that's pretty accurate actually. Good. Can't stand that orange stuff. Make sure this is actually soldered. Yeah! Get over here. Okay. Okay, let's go. See on the board that goes in the order of up. Up, down, right, left. Up, down. Down is... Well, that's interesting. This next one over. Oh, love of Peter, really? I might turn that camera off for now. Alright, I'm gonna... For now, it's just too annoying me. I'm gonna go to... I gotta turn that stupid camera off. Come on. I'm just gonna turn you off for now. Alright. Just gotta deal with my hands now. I'm just so annoyed with all the losing the just a little bit. Okay. I'm very annoyed with having to deal with that silliness there. Okay, that's better. Alright. Next one is down. I like the rainbow IDC cable is the colors. When you do the color ribbon cable like this, it makes it so much easier to figure out where everything goes. Yeah, that camera's just driving me nuts, so I'm just gonna leave that off. Very finicky, and it's finicky in Linux too, which is weird, so there's something a little bit cattywampus with that camera. One of these days I need to switch over to like a proper camera. It's getting better lenses than these webcams do, but that requires me editing. Okay, left. Okay, they just do just like more or less. Okay. Let's see, this is left. Left is the next one, and then right. Yeah, they just want in order. Didn't know. Alright, so that means these are all not used. Oh, there's a little reset button on the back. Oh, isn't that cute? Right there, it's a little reset button. Don't think I want to use that, so I'm just going to trim this flush so I have less to worry about. The funny thing is, if I flip any of these over, it doesn't really matter anyway, because at the end of the day, when you boot up the Raspberry Pi, it just, if the controller's not assigned, it has to go through all the motions to assign all the buttons. So even if you go wacky wild, you can still get her done. But I'm just like a sense of order in the world. Let's get those shrink tubings on there. They must have had pretty decent recording equipment back in the 50s and 60s. Surprisingly clear. If anyone ever wants to get into collecting records, you'd be shocked how many modern releases there are. Think about a good third of my collection is like stuff in the last decade, really. I mean, when they release an album, hits like vinyl and like iTunes at the same time, or Amazon or whatever. Never got into the Apple ecosystem in terms of recording. I mean, we had a, what was it, Diamond Rio? It's like my first MP3 player, and then I had that the Carbon, I think it was called. A cute little thing. It was little. It looked like a. Oh, have you ever seen Star Trek Voyager? the doctor, the holographic doctor, had this little portable emitter, so you can walk around everywhere. And the carbon looks very similar to it. It's like lozenge shaped and pretty neat. But it was a good little. It had a Hitachi micro drive in there. Micro drive, you know, is an itty bitty little hard drive, spinning hard drive that fits in the compact flash form factor. This is just a butane lighter I got from Target like 15 years ago. Cap's missing on it, but works just fine. It's got really good. How's my fuel? Actually, running low on fuel. It's alright, I have extra fuel for it. Alright, we also have a culinary torch that uses the same fuel. In case you want to do like creme brulee or something like that. Okay, that should feed over quite nicely. Should I take out that ridge? Probably while I'm here. Forgive me, snippers, for I have sinned. Okay. Alright, I know I shouldn't cut plastic with you, but it's not as hard as copper. Alright. Sorry, talk to my tools. Okay. Oh, there was the little reset button there. Oh yeah, even says reset. Okay, so where does that leave us? So, last board, which is actually going to be fairly close. I don't have to really extend these wires much at all. Oh, and I have to wire the USB. Well, I'll get that later. I have it set up like this. This is going to sit like this. This is going to sit in here. That's going to go in there. This board sits this orientation, and it doesn't need to go far at all. Wow. Okay. Yeah, a few years ago I made my GameCom 2.0. I went out to a lot of people, Mark Bustler with Classic Game Room. He was playing with it a while. He didn't have that much luck with it, so you know what? I still have it over here. I have the 2.0. This is going to be the 3.0. But yeah, he played around with that one a little bit. Yeah, Classic Game Room. What a shame. That he just kind of lost his. I don't know if mojo is the right word. His passion for it, I guess. So that's alright. It happens to all of us. Yeah, but it's one of the reasons I got into some of this retro stuff. I mean, not that I didn't already own, like, my own collection is old Atari Lynx. I have a Master System 2. I have a PlayStation 2, 3, and 4. I don't have a 5 yet. I don't really have time to invest in a new console. 4 is pretty darn good, so I'm not unhappy with that. What else do we have? We have a Wii U? Yeah, we have a Wii U. We never got the Switch. Maybe someday. Again, you run out of time for all these video games. I enjoy them though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need a 9th. And probably, well, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They had 2 grounds, I remember that. So they actually have 2 sets of grounds, one on each end, I think. Let me see, how do they run this? Yeah, they have 2 separate grounds on here. Alright. So what I'll do is I need some more IDC cable. I'm gonna pause a second and grab a couple inches of IDC cable. Wow, it's the longest shortcut I ever had. Believe it or not, it is like a day and a half later. Oh well. Alright, let's see. Where do we leave off? Oh yeah, this thing. It doesn't need to be terribly long. Let's think here. It's going to be sitting like this. Most of them are going to be almost correct. Actually, they're all going to be. I'll show you. All of these are going to be sitting kind of like that. So they only need to be inch long tops. It's going to sit like this. Well, some of them probably don't even need to have an extension on there. Let's see. Looking at the front of this thing, it goes menu, sound, pause. The menu I will make into select. So if you look at the back, you can see this whole line here, right there. You can see the light. That's all commons. So the inner one is the one we need. Actually, let me tin up all these, otherwise this is going to be a nightmare. You can see all these little wires are already flailing all over the place. Oh, maybe I'll get away with mostly direct wiring. That would make it easier. Only extend what I need. Yeah. Even the wires are crappy. My God, Tiger. Everything they do is like the cheapest possible. Nice gentleman who I'm doing the Tiger learning computer for also donated this Tiger Gamecom, and he had the Tiger Gamecom main system on chip. That's the select button there. I might get away with, let's see, how's that gonna sit in there? It's so close. Yeah, you know what? Doing it live. I'm just gonna go ahead and not hook that up to the ground wire and go for it here. This is select. He had the system on chip. Well, they cross-sectioned it. They came down and did a really nice job of taking a look at what's in the beast. Alright, will this guy reach is the question. No. Alright, we're pretty close on a lot of these. Alright, let's try. Let's see what order we go on here. Oh, well, we'll call it A, B. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this guy is... It's all going to be a little close for me. want a little more working room. Maybe I'll undo that. Let's try this sucker. The other one is not sucking very well. Get towards the end of summer. A couple more days and it's Labor Day. I wish I could just... Can I desolder these without wrecking them? I know I said they weren't very good, but maybe I'll do a wick. See if it damages it. Turn the heat down a little bit. Let's go down to 700. Let's go down to 650. Let's cool her off a bit. There we go. That's why I like having digital controls on my soldering irons, is I can go ahead and hold the temperature down. As I much prefer to go through here and just solder a bunch on this guy and then just jump right over here. Let's see. Let's see if I can. Maybe I can desolder these without working them. Yeah, see, my old iron didn't have a temperature control. This one does, so it's a little easier. Let's get some solder on there. Go quick. Yeah, let's do that. Stay on there as little as I can. Not overheat those solder joints. Out of the way. Tip this up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. Just coming in as fast as I can, just heating up that joint real quick and pulling the solder out. Yeah, it's not too bad. Let's take a look. Well, might be lucky. We might be lucky this time around. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's a lot better. Now this is last time I did this was a few years ago, and I did not have this soldering iron set up. So the heat control definitely makes a nice difference to this situation. What allows me to do is actually desolder this without wrecking the pads. Yeah, very nice, very nice. That's what I like. I'll show you what it looks like. It's kind of, you can see daylight except for one hole in the end there. So now, since I'm doing that, the other end didn't matter because I already had extended the wires, but in this case I want a little bit neater. So I want to go longer than this now. I'm going to actually go backwards. Let's go through and just get this done. This way I can keep. So how many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I don't need those. Just the 4 plus 4, 8. Yeah, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. go down. You gotta do this row, not this row. So otherwise you will be in a unhappy place because you connected everything to ground. Or common, I should say. Chassis ground. Or signal ground. Earth ground is different from signal ground. They can be the same, but they don't need to be. Think like your car has a ground, but it's not actually electrically connected to the ground because you're on rubber wheels. But it's the lowest potential of the system. Alrighty, let's strip away. Some people really like auto strippers. I am not the biggest fan of them. They work, but I don't know. I think I get a better strip and less damage to the conductors if you use a conventional stripper properly. But that's a personal preference because that's what I learned on. Let's tin these up. I never really realized how many hours are actually put into doing one of these conversions. This is all just for fun, too. Just to show you can make something useful out of a Tiger game cam. Why you would think... I mean, it was such a weird system because they had kind of wild features for the time. I mean, they had touchscreen and networking and all that. Modem, I should say. And dual cartridge slots, which is something I really haven't seen in another system. There's one other system. What was it that had dual slots? I can't remember. Oh, the old Atari 8-bit computers had 2 slots. But yeah, no one did 2 slots. So neat features, just you attached it all to underpowered processor, or sorry, system on chip, and like the worst screen known to man. Just, I mean, you think the Game Boy, I'll fire up the original later. I mean, you think the Game Boy looked bad, the original. Ooh, boy, you haven't seen the Game Cow. And I forgot the ground wires. That's alright. I'll add those later. Pretty sure that pad has 2 ground wires. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you haven't seen horrible until you've seen this screen. That's a shitty looking joint. That's better. So that's those. Got the ground wires. I'll wire those separately. That's fine. Happy accidents. Nothing but happy accidents. remember when I first saw Bob Ross, I thought to myself, wasn't there a crazy German painter? He had like this, my goodness, a super, like, German accent. And I was right. I watched a documentary on him, on Bob Ross, and I was like, oh yeah, I did remember correctly that there was a, I mean, the idea of fast wet painting is not new. It's from like the Renaissance, but there was a German painter who was on PBS as well, who did it for years before him. But that's fine. Okay, so let's just do this black and white, which weren't used for the grounds. The soldering helps me relax. I guess it's best not to think of it as how much time you spend on stuff like this, because I don't sell these at all. I just enjoy making it, just because I can. It's such a pointless endeavor, but I do it anyway. As you can just go on AliExpress and buy something like this for probably like $100 or so for a good one. But you know what? This is more fun making it yourself. These will be the ground wires. I don't know if you ever noticed, but I wear multiple wedding rings. I have my original wedding ring, but I like this is a Zuni ring here. Zuni people of the Southwest, and I like just changing it up a little bit every now and then. Green is the next one down, which is the common as well. Or it's held high, is it? Oh, it's a VDD voltage. So it's held high. Well, that's interesting. So the joystick part is different from the button part. Oh, that's interesting. So I'll make sure that goes to all. It's the second one down. So that goes to that one, to that one, to that one. So it's actually pulled up high. And this all must be low and it pulls high. Whatever. As long as the chip figures it out, that's all that matters to me. Strip all these since I'm here. It's getting late. Yikes. Gotta go to bed soon. It's after midnight. Central Time. Here in the lovely Midwest / Great Lakes region. It's weird to think about what like percentage of my body mass is technically Lake Michigan. As if you live in Chicagoland, you, unless you have well water, drink what they call city water. And it's pulled from the Lake Michigan. These cribs they built like a long time ago, like over a mile out on the lake for sanitation reasons. And the other thing they did for sanitation reasons is reverse the flow of the Chicago River, which is kind of nuts when you think about it. It's like, oh, the river's flowing the wrong way. We don't want sewage going in the lake. Let's just reverse the river. And they did. They also built a bunch of really big canals too, like the so-called CalSag. You would never hear about if you're not from the region. And there's a ship and sanitary canal, which is used to for ships and sanitary reasons, shockingly enough. Okay, this is this way. Up is next pin down. So it goes up, down. Like I said, doesn't really matter. Up and then down, because the RetroPie software doesn't give a crap. It'll just do whatever. Up, down, and then for completeness, left. Oh, sorry, this way. Left goes into the next one and then right. So these are actually flipped. Again, doesn't really matter, but I'm weird that way. I like stuff in the right order. Come on, you little bugger. Get in there. I just want to go across and solder all these together. So after this, all I really have remaining to do is to solder-wise, just putting the two solder joints back on the battery terminal and button this back up. And I need to figure out on the back of it how I'm going to cover that the pie so it looks nice. Raspberry Pi. Alright, let's give that a snippity snip. Snippity snip. Alright, so this is all wired up. So this is going to actually be over here. This is going to be wired up in a minute because I forgot and I'm tired and I'm going to go to bed soon. The only thing I'm thinking of doing sometime is cutting out a custom mat to cover this, the edge on this thing. I don't think it matters that much, but I don't know. This seems like it will look nicer. I think it's enough for tonight. I'm getting tired. And this will of course be part of the supercut video once it's all put together. But yeah, that's enough for now. Have a great night.